Hey, this is Bonnie, and I'm just gonna check your UV maps. This is mostly good. You've got some extra slices in here for some reason in this area. I'm just gonna isolate this surface and check that it's not an issue with the actual geometry. It does seem to be that these things are disconnected somehow and all crazy. So let's try to fix that first. So just gonna do shift right mouse click polygon display toggle backface culling. So you can see the rest of it, and then these are actual, well, they're not separate surfaces, so that's good. And I'm gonna try to select all the vertices and poly split edge and stuff. I wonder if it was that. I don't know. But edit or edit mesh, merge options. Like 0.01 or something. Apply. Don't know if that did it. Let's see. Oh, I have symmetry on. I'll just hold down W and then go up to symmetry. Okay. Alright, yeah, that seems to have fixed the surface issue. Okay, so now that the surface is fixed, let's fix some of these cuts. So, yeah, I can start putting this stuff back together. So I'll do Shift X. No, sorry, not Shift X. What is it? Move and sew. I guess there's sew is Shift S, but I think you want move and sew to put those together. Yeah. And then here, move and sew. Okay, and here, I can just do G for previous function. And then here, G. Nope. Move and sew. There we go. And now there's still some weird what's going on down here? It's a little hard to tell because those edges are so close together. What's going on here? Just gonna this is really more of a geometry issue than a let's turn on symmetry again. Then that's more of a geometry issue. Ooh, that's weird. What is going on with this area of the character? That looks really wrong, but I'm just having a little bit of difficulty sorting out. Oh, well, yeah, this pins into like a kind of a triangle here. So it's a couple triangles, which is just, I guess that's not under the water. Oh, what is up with that? That looks very wrong. Well, you have the surfaces intersecting each other. That's part of the issue here. Let's kind of try to get that sorted out. Oh yeah, and there's some really funny little surface here. Okay. Well, I think we just don't want that face. Ugh. Okay. So now that that's gone, that looks a little less messed up. And let's see how that looks now. So we still have some things to sew back together now that that's been fixed. Just going to Well, I can turn it off. So cut, move in so, and maybe those guys. Okay. And I think you still sort of have this extra. Yeah, I think this guy too we're going to want to move and so that, right? Let's see what happens. Yeah, so no, oh. I don't think you need this. Those two don't need, shouldn't need to be split down there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So now it's just cut along there. Alright, and then just select all these and lay it out again, Control L. Okay. Alright, back out to the whole character. His hair is looking okay. Collar, there's some weird geometry going on here. It's really kind of stretched out weird there. And very uneven, and I'm just going to isolate this again, try and see what's going on here. Yeah, it's all kind of crumpled up. Jeez. This is a bit of a mess. It's so kind of crumpled up. I would just rebuild it. I wouldn't try to fix this because it's just I'm going to be sitting and pulling and fixing for more time than it takes to make a new one. So I would just go back to the tutorial video and build this from scratch again, because I think it would take less time than trying to fix this. And let's see on here, looks like you've got some extra, wow, there's all kinds of, whoa, look at all these little pieces. This is not right for the UV. So in this case there's enough loads of the extra little pieces that I would just redo the UV maps. Let's just make sure there's not any geometry issues. Yeah, turn off symmetry, just holding down W. Model seems okay from just kind of a quick pulling a few of these things around. So, yeah. Let's just look at all, I'm just going to turn off checker, look at all these cuts, you have all those little cuts along the bottom, it's just kind of nuts. I guess what we could do, it's really just that bottom stuff that's sort of crazy. So maybe we could keep your other cuts after all. The geometry does get a little weird at the bottom there, but I'm gonna select a face row here, right mouse click face, select this one, shift double click there, and then I'm gonna do shift period, which is the greater than symbol, and just grow that selection up to say here. It's probably sufficient, and then control right mouse click two edges, so it converts that selection to edges. And so now that I have all those edges selected, oh, I missed one, which is this. I'm going to shift right mouse click, shift period, okay, a couple more times, and I grew the selection to include right up to this bottom slice there. You can see I've got all the edges of all those little pieces. And then let's see what happens when I do move, and so good, okay. And that's better. Maybe one or two cuts of that. I would probably do it down the sides or the back. I don't know. I probably just need one. Let's do it down this. I'll just double click on that. I think you already, yeah, you already have one there anyway. So I'll just cut that. So that's Shift X. And I can probably, well, okay. Now that that's done, let's select this shell and Control U for unfold. And I'll select all of these, Control L to lay it out again. Just had to hit it twice. And just kind of scale this all down just a touch to make sure it fits into one quadrant. Okay, so now that was a way to get that bottom back into one piece without having to redo the rest of the cuts. And you could probably do with less, but this is fine. And you could go in and kind of have a much nicer, neater layout here if you wanted to, just do it manually. Like I might rotate this and move it down. And et cetera, getting these all lined up. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. It's just, but you get the idea. You could have a neater, and sometimes if you lay it out neater, you can make a little more space than you would have otherwise had, or sometimes not. But it can just help with, when you go to paint it and stuff, to have a nicer layer. Are these upside down? Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know if I can, if you get it in there real tight, you might be, I don't think I can scale this any. So really, I didn't really get any extra area. It's just a little neater. Also, I would probably get rid of this guy here. Moving so. And just grab this shell and Control U again just to make sure that's nice and neat. And then rotate that straight, and then maybe take all three of these shells and move them back there, because you don't need that one down the front middle, and actually you probably don't need this one either, down the back of, no, that's no good, down the back of this. You probably do need it on the collar. Or, oh no, because you already got on the side. So I've got that. And again, moving so. And I can take that shell and unfold just that shell again. Rotate that into position. There we go. Okay, that's looking better. Hands. Looked like you've combined the two hands. All right, no, yeah. No, you're fine. I don't know why it's showing those both together, but don't see any real problem with that. Shoes. Looks a little skewed. And, yeah, I don't know, there's some like trailing pieces off here. But I think there's probably a few too many pieces. A few too many cuts, maybe. Well, that looks alright. Yeah, it's not like the neatest layout here. And I am a little concerned about, what's that? No, it's a little bit of an awkward shape, but I don't even know if we're going to see that, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Yeah, so a few fixes. I think the big thing is get rid of some of those extra splits you have, both on the face and the sweater, or shirt, or whatever it is, and then rebuild the collar. Those are the big things. Okay, this is Justin, and the shirt is looking pretty good. The collar, I'm not sure sure why you've got these guys split off. Seems like there's a few too many splits here. Let's try to cut so, move and so for those to put those bits back together. Actually, I'm going to isolate this surface here so I can see. And let's turn off checkers for a moment. Yeah, there's, oh boy, there's a lot of splits. Look at that. That's kind of a big old mess. So I'm going, there's enough here that I think it'd be easier to just start over. So let's just do a planar map just to kind of reunify everything first. And then let's put in some new cuts. So just double click there and double click there. I've got symmetry on. Maybe here and there. And then maybe one up the back. I'm just holding shift and double clicking the back of this as well. Okay. I think that'll be sufficient. Okay, and then here I can do shift X. And yeah, you can see those cuts now, so much fewer cuts. Let's see if that's, might need to do some here. And maybe there. Okay, we're going to split those out. And that should be enough, I think. We shall see. So then let's select all of these. Make sure we got everything. Control U to layout, Control O to unfold, Control L to layout. You can do a little bit of a neater layout than that, but it looks pretty good. And I have way fewer pieces than you have. Got real stretched out here. Not real happy about that. Let's look at the color feedback. Why is that so red? Actually, that's, I don't think it's really that bad. That looks too red, but this clearly does appear to be a problem. Oh, I guess I didn't have, did I not have symmetry on? Oh, I didn't. No. That's why. I thought I did. When I made those cuts. Okay, and then click here, Shift X to cut that. Okay, so now I have, see, I have the same on that side. And let's unfold again and layout again. Just check that I'm in one quadrant. I'll just scale this down a touch. And those could be more nicely. See, that fixed it. Okay, I just didn't have symmetry on when I made my cut, so I didn't cut this side, and I thought I had. Okay, so color is better. Let's get the shirt we said was okay. Pants look fine. Shoes looking pretty good. Maybe there's a couple extra, but it's alright. And you could, manually make that more organized looking in the face. Oh, that looks nicely organized. Good. Yeah, eyebrows, fine. Hair, good. Okay, so yeah, I think it's just that collar that needed a little bit of work. Oh, did I check the hands? Oh, that's nicely laid out too. And the checkers look good. Nice work. Okay, this is Shauna, and let's take a look. That's looking pretty clean. And the color. Yep. And the face, a little stretching on the nose, but that's sort of unavoidable unless you want to cut a lot more pieces. Eyebrows, eyeball, hair. Good. Great. Good. I like how you carefully laid out your shells there. Well, really nice and even checkers on that shoe. This little guy here is fine. Yeah, great. I don't think I found anything wrong with this one. Nice hand layout. That's really good. Yeah, I can't find any fault with it at all. Nice work. Okay, this is Jersey, and looks like we've got some extra splits in there, but I don't know where they are. What are all these shells here? What's this? Oh, no, that's fine, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just go back to object mode. That looks good. This looks good. Little concerned about the top UV shell here. Yeah, there's some. If we turn on color feedback, I think it will kind of. Yeah, that sort of shows you some pretty red areas along that edge there. So clearly something's gone a little funny. Let me try to unfold it again. No, it doesn't want to. What's the deal? Why doesn't that want to unfold better? Where's the current edge? I wonder if there's something funny with the geometry on that, because it's, or is it like, it's like, actually I think maybe the issue is this should be part of the one next to it. This is an extra split that we don't need. I'm going to take that and try move and sew, and then check out that new shell here with those included, and then unfold those again, Control U. Probably these are connected at some point where they shouldn't be. Somewhere there. Just isolate that. I don't know, I'll just cut it along the back. Maybe not these, but not that. Oops. Oh, it's already cut there anyways. So I'll just click here and do Shift X to make sure that's cut, and then get this shell again. Oh, what? Those are all separate shells? Wait, it wasn't like that before, was it? Oh. I just undid that. I don't know how it seemed like it did more edges than I would have thought. Oh yeah. Oh, I have symmetry on? Maybe that's why. No, why is it? Oh, I guess it just goes all the way around. Okay, I'm deselecting these, and just want to do that one cut. Shift X. And now to get this shell. Oh, yeah, there's still an extra one here. Maybe we can put these two sides back together by picking this guy and do move and sew on that one. And let's see how those are breaking down now. Okay. Yeah, it's just one big shell with a cut down one side, and then unfold that. Boy, it still seems to be kind of very oddly linked here. And I feel like I'm just missing one little cut or something, but it sure doesn't look it from this. That is odd. It's just weird how this is all, I don't know. about that. What faces are those? It's those. Wonder if I think I know. I think there's some geometry issue. No, looks pretty normal. Oh, look. Right there. That one little edge right there is the one that wasn't cut. Shift X. Okay, now let's grab these. Okay, and then unfold. Yay! Okay, and let's get all of them and Control L the layout. Okay. Now we're going to be better off. Although I don't know why this splits here actually. Just gonna move and sew that, and let's just double check here. Unfold, layout. Might need to scale it down a touch just to make sure it fits in the quadrant. Okay. Now that looks better. It still looks stretched here, but I'm not too worried about it because it's just there's that super narrow edge, and when you look at the checkers here in rough mode, it seems okay. So I actually think we're all right there. I think that's going to be okay, even though it looks a little weird. It's starting to look sound and put together again. Did we check everything else? Yeah, this. Wait, look at the face. I wouldn't have these. Do you have these? Oh, did you just extrude out eyebrows? Okay, that's alright. Alright. Maybe there's some weird shells here. Where's that? Probably that doesn't need to be separate. Move and sew into that, right? Oh, that did too much, I think. I just wanted these. That was probably too much. What about just this? Oh, okay, that seemed to solve it, just that one edge. And then what's this funny bit here? It's just somehow that's kind of odd that that's separated off, but I'm not even going to worry about it because I don't even think we're going to see that, so I'll just leave it. Okay, yeah, it's mostly looking good. Nice work. Okay, this is Elena. Yeah, this is cut into way too many pieces here. I think the arms look okay, and this actually needs a cut down the back just to make it not a circle. I'm just going to do Shift X, but this whole shirt is kind of a mess with all these different cuts. Should not be necessary. So I'm just gonna grab this edge and this edge and this. Whoops. Let's try again. This edge. And from here to here, shift click, shift double click, shift click, shift double click. And let's move and sew all of those. And yeah, some extra stuff. wow, there's all these individual things floating around. Let's just isolate this surface just to help me see what's happening here. Yeah, there's just a crazy amount of cuts going on that collar area. So what I'm going to do is select this edge and grow my selection with the greater than symbol, that shift period. You can see I'm just I'm a little concerned about the geometry of this. Okay, it looks like you've got some geometry issues here. Yeah, see there's these edges with 0 area. So let's try the cleanup tool. Mesh cleanup, lamina, non-manifold, edges with 0 length, faces with 0 geometry, cleanup. Okay. It's already looking a little better. Yeah. Oh, nope. Oh, it's just a small area there. No, I think that's okay. That looks alright. I've got some intersecting edges here. What is that part of? Yeah, it's just one surface going through the other. Let's just make sure symmetry is on, and we can fix that. Maybe B for soft select, and I don't know. Maybe not have soft select. You know, just had to pull that in a little bit, that's all. Did it do it on both sides? Yeah, it looks like it did. Okay. Yeah, this could just generally be shaped better. This is penetrating here as well. That looks weird. Let's just pull these guys out. Oh, what is that? Oh. Oh, okay, I thought that was something on the outside. Alright, so what is this here? Jeez, what in the heck? Somewhere. See, this is the point where I would just rebuild this. So shift double click. Yeah, see, look, that's all split up, and then shift greater than to grow the selection. Might have gone too far there, yeah. See, I would just delete this off and then just recreate that because it was, oh, was that? No, that was okay. Alright, so shift right mouse click, extrude edge, and let's turn off the symmetry thing, and I can move this up, and I might circularize that just to get a better starting shape, and let's twist that straight here and scale that in. Might help to have this on so you can see what you're doing here. And then yeah, it's a little tricky to do at this stage of the game because now I'm intersecting with this color, which is also got some serious geometry problems. It's split down the back. But anyways, let me just finish with this. Extrude edge. Click on that guy. Scale it in a little bit. And again, move that down some. Something like that. I mean, you might want to add some more detail there, but at least it's now it's sort of a cleaner surface. And yeah, maybe you want to just set. I'm just using it to did Control Shift X to get the multi-cut tool, and then holding down Control here, and then maybe I'll circularize that. Yeah, no. Straighten that out. Scale that in a little bit. You know, maybe. Oops. Just kind of adjusting that, and then maybe, you know, another little edge here just to give that a bit more shape. I don't know. It's not exactly the same, but at least it's a clean surface now. You can go in and adjust, and then I'll select these faces, just shift double click there, and then greater than symbol to grow that selection. And let's convert that to edges. If I do Control right mouse click, I can do two edges. And then let's move and sew those, and split this down the back. Click here, Shift X to cut that. So see, I got that cut there. And let's grab that shell and what? I thought this was, oh, I didn't. Okay, let's cut that, Shift X, and then now I can grab that shell and unfold it, Control U, and way too big, but Control L, and now that's looking more normal UVs. So there was some geometry problems there, and it was cut out into too many pieces. Boy, there's still some wacky stuff going on here. Look at that shell. Again, I suspect there's some geometry problems because no, looks alright. Why wouldn't that have oh, I just may need to, I might just need to take all of them, unfold the whole bit again, Control U, yeah, and then Control L. Oh yeah, that's all. Well, you can do a cleaner, it's kind of a jumble there, but at least you can see it's basically working. Okay, yeah, and then you've got some extra ones down here. You might want to move and sew one of those as well, because you're getting all these little extra bits here, like that, versus, and what's that? Is that like in the back there? Yeah. So probably, it's probably actually this going around that we want to move and sew, am I right? Yeah, I think so. And then let's just unfold everything, Control U, and then Control L. Okay. Alright, that's better now. Phew. Pants, looking fine. Shoes, probably don't need this one, but you can move and sew that and unfold again if you want, but not a big deal. Hands, looking good. Face, yeah, that looks good. Hair, there's some little weird shells here. A little snaky one. I think you are going to see that, so I would say to move and sew that would be good. To one side or the other. I don't want to. What happens if we do that whole thing? Didn't work. No. Is there any geometry issue with this? Or oh yeah. No, it's okay. It does look a little Something looks wrong with this. Let me just... Yeah, it's interesting that the rest of the surface is sort of flipped. This... Yeah, there's... Oh, okay. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with this. Okay, let me delete that. And maybe this too. Okay. Do we need to get rid of anything else? Yeah, this is looking very odd. Okay, now we're starting to look a bit back to normal. Get rid of that too. Oof, look at that strangeness. Huh. Weird. Oof. Oh, that did it. Got rid of that. Oh, geez, and then there's this weird floating thing here. So yeah, there's a few geometry issues on here which are gonna give you a hard time getting a decent UV map. So try to get... Alright. Let me just get rid of this right now. Just to kind of... There's just so many weird little surfaces on this. Can I delete that edge? No. There's probably some faces associated with them somewhere. Control right mouse click. Two faces. Two faces. Oh, that did it. Alright. Alright, so now I just have this shell, and I might... can I reverse from here? Shift right mouse click. Can I reverse here? Maybe not. Okay, just to get the outside out and the inside in. So now with that, we got rid of all those bits. I think you could go back in and extrude edge and just put that in the middle and scale this in, and, you know, make other little adjustments, I guess. But at least it's a clean surface now, and you could continue from there. Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's just because I've created that now, so just take that and let's control right mouse click, whoops, two edges, two edges. Can I move and sew those? Well, no. Actually, I just don't want this one, that one. See if I move and sew all those. I just control double clicked on that. That looks crazy right now, but let's select all the faces and unfold again. Oh, okay. I must have gotten rid of some cuts that you really needed when I did that. Like maybe this, Shift X, and see if that did it. Let's just unfold again, Control U, no. Let's take a look, isolate this again. Actually, that looks okay to me. I think there's like a... I'm trying to get that one edge in there. Let's doesn't want it, so let me select that. Shift X, yeah, that'll help a little bit. Control U, okay, that got rid of that piece. Oh, it looks like there's one right here we need. Shift X, grab the faces, Control U for unfold, Control L to layout. That might be alright. No, there's probably one or two more cuts you can make, but that seems to be working. But yeah, mostly there was just some bad geometry along the bottom there that was causing you some issues. Okay, and this, and then this we looked at. What's this circle shell here? These circle ones. It just might be good to have a cut somewhere on these circular ones. What is that? Oh, I wouldn't think that needed to be separate from that. So let's move and sew those. And then maybe put a cut along the back here. Shift X, and then select my faces and Control U, Control L. Why am I not seeing that in this view? I'm just going to scale this down a little bit. Okay. Alright, and that should be alright. Cool. Did we check the hands? That looks good. Yeah, the shirt we've already done. And okay. Take a look at the shoes. Probably don't need this cut across the top, but besides that, that looks... maybe some extra ones here, like this. Moving so... This looks like one of those weird... Yeah, I probably would not have this, but do have this. Oh yeah, there's kind of some weird choices here. Like I wouldn't have that. Like I would do it right along the corner. So I'm just going to move and sew all those, and then put it on the corner one. And then Shift X. Yeah, same with here. That's kind of a weird choice. Move and sew. That side, I'm just double clicking in that side, Shift X. Okay, let's just do all these. Unfold, layout, Control L. Okay, that looks a little cleaner now on the bottom of the foot. Okay, yeah, it's good work. Okay, this is Alec, and let's see, the shirt looks fine. Pants, good, yeah, pretty straightforward. Shoes, something went wrong with the bottom. Yeah, that one like came out super tiny. Let's see, can we lay out again? Control unfold again. No, that's not doing it. Let's grab these two shells, maybe those two, and let's do a planar on those. UV planar options using the y-axis. Project. Great. Alright, I don't know why it crashed. That's always really fun. Do we have a bunch of history on here? Well, not that much, but Alt-Shift-D, I'll delete the history. Let's try again. Maybe just this one. Is there any geometry issues on this guy? Seems okay. Let's see if it lets me do a planar projection on there. I wonder if it's going to crash again. Let's turn this off. Oh, okay, that was alright. This one will get, this one we'd have to, if we wanted to do that for, we'd have to cut here, but let's just lay those out first. Okay, that's already a little better, but this shell is pretty funny. Let's unfold that again. Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, sometimes you just have to do it more than once. And then let's just Control L, lay those out again. Whoops. Okay, maybe scale it down a touch. Okay, well that fixed that. Alright, where were we? We looked at the pants. Did we look at these guys? I mean, that's fine. You could... they're a little stretched, as you can see, so you could, get those to be square, and not that you really need to, but you might as well use the space you have. Hand looks good. Face looks good. What's this little shell here? Oh, just a nostril, fine. And oh, some overlapping. Let's just lay this out again. Control L. Maybe scale. Got a lot of little bits in here. I don't know why there's so many little bits. Yeah, look at all those are individual little edges. So what I would do is let's first isolate this, and let's turn off these checkers for a moment. Yeah, it's a little bit wacky. So right mouse click, face, shift double click. Whoops, shift double. Hey, is it a geometry issue? It is a geometry issue. Okay, well let's fix geometry first. So I'm just going to select all the vertices of this, and let's do merge options 0.001 merge, and see if that fixes the geometry issue. It seems to have done that. Let's delete history, edit delete by type history, and now let's select this edge and shift period, which is a greater than symbol, to grow that selection to there. But I don't want this edge row, so I'm just going to control click. Don't like how... Okay, I wonder if there's still some geometry issue going on. No? It should be able to select that edge row, but some things... No, that's fine. Quite surprised that we can't... Yeah, that's letting me select that. Let me just try this, shift double click, and then I'll grow that selection, shift grow, and then yeah, for some reason it wouldn't let me deselect this whole edge. Whoops. Let's convert that to edges. Control right mouse click, two edges. Oh, because I was in the wrong mode, I think. And then control to deselect, double click. No. See, when I can't select a whole edge loop, it usually means there's something wrong with the geometry, but I can't find where there's something wrong with the geometry. Let's do a quick mesh cleanup and the usual lamina non-manifold, edges with zero length, face with zero geometry. And let's see, can I pick this edge loop? No. Now why it makes a turn and goes in there, don't know. This is one of those, let's just delete the stuff. Oh look, I can, oh. Actually, it seems like that cleanup thing is itself what broke it. So I don't know. This is one of those where we just need to get rid of it and make it again. So edit mesh, merge, and then let's get rid of all this. Delete that. Shift double click, delete this, and let's recreate it. Oh. Delete that. Okay. And I've got that edge. Let's just show everything else to see. Oh. How did I get X-ray on? Yes. Oh God, I deleted some other stuff. Let me just open it again. All right. Isolate this. Grow that selection, and then take this edge and extrude that in. Something like that. Yeah, so that's, I would just recreate that, and then we can take a look at that just needs to be redone there. So now I've rebuilt the geometry. I should be able to shift grow that selection. I just did greater than symbol, shift period, and let's move and sew all of those together and maybe do a cut along here. Click on that, shift X, and let's grab that shell and control U, unfold. Hey, that sure doesn't seem to be unfolding. Maybe I just need to lay out and it'll resize it correctly. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that seemed longer than it needed to be. Boy, the face sure looks distorted. Like that. You know, like, why is it all twisted like that? You can kind of see it in the checkers there. See how it gets all small here and all big here? I wonder what happens if we unfold again. Yeah, already looks better in layout again. And you can manually position that a little bit better, I think. But yeah, like maybe I'll take this shell and go bigger with that one, and then lay those out again. Control L. Is that any better? I don't know. But yeah. So I would just unfold again. I don't know why that was weird. Alright. Okay, this is Herminia, and just make sure your stuff's in one quadrant. See how it goes off into this other quadrant. If I scale down just a tiny bit, that goes away. And that looks good. Hands look kind of big. Maybe scale those down a touch. UV layout, so that looks good. Pants looks good. Shoes. Seems like there's a few extra cuts there, but it's good layout, so I think that's fine. Face. That's very confusing. I think you shouldn't parent objects to other objects like this. Just gonna middle mouse drag these up here and middle mouse drag these here, so they're all at the same level of the hierarchy. That looks okay. This is a bit of a weird extra piece here. I probably wouldn't have this shell cut off separately, so you might want to move and sew that edge. But it's pretty hidden, so we might not see it anyway. Might make the face a little bigger just to be able to have more. You've got this piece pretty big, and then the face not that big. So I might, make the face bigger and make some of these other things smaller. Since you might just want to make sure you have enough detail for the face is the big thing. Maybe even more than that, maybe. Collar. Yeah, I'm not sure about this piece, but I think that could be combined with this, like this one. Just like that. Shift select that. Shift double select that. Cut, move, and sew. And then select these faces and unfold again. And layout. And scale it down a touch. And yeah, you don't need that extra one. Alright. Eyebrows, we check. Yeah, fine. Hair. Collar. Okay, yeah, good work. It says Brianna and oh, no UV layout there. Or here. Nothing's unfolded. So yeah, it looks like you've worked on the geometry, but not the UVs. So I guess just looking at the geometry, face still looks like it could use a little bit of attention, but it's alright. It just looks a little kind of like V-shaped from above. You might try to kind of flatten. See how it's kind of like try to pull that forward and flatten it a little bit. Hands are okay. I don't really like what's happening with the geometry there, but it's okay. Shoes and pants look alright. So yeah, geometry's okay, but you haven't done the UVs at all. So I think I'm not going to do it from scratch here. You can just watch the video. But yeah, you need to fix the UVs, and I feel like the face could use a little bit more work on the geometry.